Hi, welcome back to the channel. I've just had the most amazing email from a man called Damion, and that is his real name. He has had a terrible 4 years, and when he finally was able to travel to Thailand, he witnessed heartless scams and rip-offs. But who were the scammers? All will be revealed. Let's get into it. Hi, my name is Damien. I've just come back from Thailand and I can honestly say I've had the best holiday ever. My wife sadly passed away 4 years ago, so I've been, to be totally honest, completely lost. My three sons have been good to me. Well, the youngest, Dave, went to Thailand and highly recommended that I go. Daddy said, Mum would want you to live your life and get out of this rut, so get your ass on a plane and go live for a while. The other two fully supported this idea and almost begged me to go. Well, I haven't been on a plane for a good 30 years. Since my wife was scared of flying, so we did cruises or UK holidays. I didn't need to convince myself it was okay to find or just go with another woman. As my wife said many times near her end, that this is exactly what I should do. You're a sociable man, Damo, she said. So when I'm gone, then go socialise. Well, although she had been gone for 4 years, something in my head still thought it was like cheating on our vows. Dave, my youngest, said, Dad, your vows were until death do you part. This sentence really did strike a chord with me. So I woke up the next morning and thought, fuck it. Something has to change in my life. Let's do it. Work is not a problem as I'm self employed. I looked at flights and asked my middle son, who is a seasoned traveller, my options. And together we booked it. I watched yours and other channels, and before you ask, I am not Pee Wee's father. So I arrived, and my plans were to go to PP Island for a week and then to Pattaya for another week. PP Island is beautiful, and I acclimatised pretty well. The thing that surprised me is there are no girly bars there. I was a bit disappointed, to be honest, as I was in the mood for a new beginning. Well, Damien, there are girly bars there, but very discreet, my friend. From PP Island, I went to Phuket, but only to the airport, and then to Utapio, Rayong Airport, and up to Pattaya. On my days, what a shock. It was crazy, and to be totally frank, I felt overwhelmed. Being celibate for 4 years, I thought, do short time, and oh my god, it was short time. I finished way too early. The girl, who was Thai, beautiful, about 40 years old, and was from a bar, and she was really nice and sympathetic. And I told her about my wife when we was in the bar. Mistake I now know. But hey ho, live and learn. She understood I was too quick and was embarrassed. She actually took me straight to a place, well, a man actually, that sold little blue tablets, except these were white. Yeah, we know what you mean, Damien. After I took one, I was up for it and had no trouble being aroused. Anyway, but it certainly helped me last a good while. Anyway, I felt great. She left, I paid her, and I lay on the bed thinking, Damo, you lucky bastard. The night passed, and the next day I walked around. I met an expat called Peter, and we talked. I said about my wife as we sat in a bar. He said he was short of money until a payment came through, so I had to go, unless I would buy him a beer. I agreed. Really nice bloke, so I thought. 3 or 4 beers later, I said I was going. One for the road, he said, and ordered two more beers, which I was slightly pissed off about, seeing as I'd already shouted at him for 3, 4, or maybe 5 beers. But I said nothing, as he seemed down on his luck. Anyway, I liked this bar right on the seafront, so I used it most days. On the third day, a fella came in and was asking for Peter. The bar staff just shrugged their shoulders, didn't want to get involved, and the fella sat on the table next to me. We said hi, and it turns out he had fallen for the same sob story as me, but had actually given Peter a loan and was promised payment yesterday, but obviously hadn't shown up. Anyway, I sat with Andy, that was his name, for an hour, chatting, and then moved on. I went to the market on the other side of the mall, and a commotion brought my attention. A fellow and his wife, yeah, pretty much his wife, were arguing with one of the, can I say, Indian tailors. You just did, Damien. Anyway, it was about the quality of the suit that was made. This is not the material I ordered. This is, she said, holding up a cloth sample. No, 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 madam. You have ordered this material. She was having none of it and wanted her money back. She'd paid 10,000 baht for this piece of shit and she wanted a refund. Good luck with that, sweetheart. So, all in all, that night I went to Walking Street and there was lots of the people trying to entice you into the bars. Anyway, young fella, he looked like he was a Chinese man, just wasn't letting me pass. I'm too polite for my own good, really I am. I thought, go in for a beer just to get rid of him. When suddenly an arm was put around my shoulder. No, thank you, said a stern voice, and it was Andy who marched me some 20 metres before letting go. I went in there 2 nights ago, he said. 2 beers, they charged me 2,000 baht. It's a GoGo club. They asked if you want a table. They don't tell you it's 500 baht to reserve it. They put a reserve sign on it. You've charged. 1,000 entry fee. 500 for the table reservation and 250 for a beer. Effing rip-off. I paid and left, he said. You cannot argue it. It all ends badly. I gladly bought Andy a beer for his rescuing me at a time managed bar. And yes, I met and bar find a lovely Thai lady. And we actually ended up spending the night together after a nice meal and a few drinks and a little walk around the shops and stuff. Yes, I was a first Western man, etc., but this is sales talk, not a scam. Well, that's how I see it. I took her for a meal and drinks before going back to my hotel because I wanted to enjoy company. I'd been without companionship for 4 years. The Thai lady had no problem handing her ID to reception, and though I did put my wallet, etc., in my room safe, I truly believe in her honesty. We had a very pleasant night, we'll leave it at that. It was then, after a few glorious days and nights, time to leave Thailand, so I ordered a taxi to take me to the bus station. I arrived at the bus station. There was a tout outside who was very convincingly said buses to Bangkok were full. I was tired, I was hungover, and I was on a schedule. He knew that. As I said, he was very convincing. He obviously knew I was on my way home. I had suitcases. He called a number and then ushered me about 30 metres away, onto the corner, to a minibus. This man will take you to airport, he said, as he took the suitcases away from me and put it in the back. 1,500 baht, he demanded. I was too worried about missing my flight to complain. If it gets me there, then so be it, I thought. 15 minutes later, we pulled away with 2 more seemingly bemused passengers. It turns out the driver was, and probably his tout, were from Malaya. How do I know this? He had a Malayan flag on his dashboard. So, all in all, I returned home safe and sound after the most wonderful holiday and having started a new chapter in my life. I can imagine my late wife will be proud of me, and if she is looking down on me, then I truly believe she will be relieved that I've become the person I was before she went. Happy go lucky fella, definitely out of the rut that I felt I should inhabit until my last breath. Now, as I troll YouTube, it dismays me that the majority of them are scams beware, Thais lie, Thais steal, Thai people this and Thai people that. Well, I was there for, admittedly, only 2 weeks, but every single Thai person I met was respectful, charming, honest, and it was a pleasure to be in their company. The only scams I saw or I witnessed was Peter, the alcoholic Ponce, the Indian suit maker, the Oriental bar scam, and the Malayan minibus scam. When we arrived at the airport, me and my two fellow victims of that scam asked the bus company if the bus was full, and he said, "No, sir, 30 people." There were 20 or 30 empty seats. Scam. Okay, fair enough. The Thai bar girls say first Western man supporting their family, but all salespeople bend the truth a little. They were not robbing or scamming. I think the YouTube channels do what my son called clickbait. I end by saying thank you, Thailand, and thank you to the absolute beautiful Thai people. God, or should I say, Buddha, bless you all. I think I must put a disclaimer here, actually. Not all foreigners, Indians, Malaysians, Chinese are scammers. I have many friends of all colours, races, religions. Most are truly honest people. Damien was just saying what he saw in the 2 weeks he was there. He was saying that he did not see one Thai person try to scam him. So to finish off, Damien, my friend, I'm so grateful that you emailed me with this truly heart-wrenching story. I'm sure that your late wife, if indeed she was looking out for you, will have a big smile on her face. She must have been in torment and felt so guilty that ever since she so sadly passed away, your life has seemed to have stopped. Now, I believe she can truly rest in peace, my friend. May God and Buddha bless you both.